Hey, welcome to another diecast workshop. Working some customs today, as I do pretty much every day, I guess. Sometimes I work with things that aren't custom, but I do try to customize them. But today I'm working on this 2020 Alex Bowman Valvoline car that he drove in the Daytona 500. And I am getting ready. I've already put the roof decals on, some across the front. I guess all of them across the front. Going to work the Valvoline on the hood today. Got this decal across the back here, and I'm going to try to work this passenger side here as well. Get a couple of these pieces here in the water. It's a little tricky, whenever you're doing something like this. So I am going to kind of cut it into some pieces here and show you kind of how I do it. And each one can be a little bit of a challenge, and unique. There's not always just one way of doing things. And so each one is a little unique puzzle in and of itself. So, but I'm going to cut across here. I'm going to try to take all the black off of this side decal here. And I'm going to do that because I don't know exactly where this is going to line up, and I'd rather not have black there. So I'm going to take a little bit of this red. Try to cut right along that line there. And now I'm going to try to save as much of the color as I can. And I'm sorry, I got to have this a little lower. And I'm going to do this here. I'm going to cut a little bit down, because I think this may need to tuck underneath the window. And then we'll come along here and cut. Kind of hard to see. And then just make a little cut here to get this off. Like so. We'll come back to that in a second. So now I'm just going to get this trimmed off there. The Exalta goes on the top, so I get that. Okay. Alright. Now this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. So let's see how this looks. I haven't put it on here yet. We'll see what it looks like. So I can see right now I got to pull that back, because that does not look like it's going to line up on the back end with this decal here, which leaves me with a little bit of gap there in the wheel well. So if I get it centered over the wheel well, I have that gap. And I'm going to have that gap on the corner there. That's just the way it's going to be. Crap. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to find a paint that closely matches this. I think my navy is too dark. I have another dark blue. But I don't like to paint it until I get a coat of clear sealer on this decal, which means, and I just put that on half an hour ago, so which means I'm not going to be able to put this piece on right now. I'm going to have to wait. So that stinks. I painted the spoiler first, as you can see, but I'm going to have to pre-paint down here some blue, and I'll have to do it on this side too, I imagine. So, well, shucks. Shucks. Alright, so, alright, let's back up here. I'll show you what else I've got kind of in the works here. I am putting coats of clear sealer on the Trump car I did yesterday. This car I finished up yesterday. I got to paint the spoiler black here. These are the two Dent Wizard cards, this Keselowski car here, and the Blaney car here. Ready to put that together. Did my final coat of the Sublime Green on this Zombies Skittle car. Skittles zombie car, sorry. Got a 2015 Kyle Larson Crest, gonna work there. This Blaney car will be another Sylvania car. I have a request for that. I don't have it up on the board yet, but I gotta do that. And then I still have these because I haven't finished my fan install yet, and I got to go to Home Depot. I don't think my 3-inch is going to work. I think I need a 4-inch pipe to fit on the fan. I got to double check that, but I think I got to run to Home Depot and get some stuff for that. And then over there, I've got a 2015 PPG Blaney, another Ken Seth 911 car, and then another Trump truck right there. So those are all kind of hanging in the background to work. So yeah, so let me, well, that's kind of sitting in the water for a few minutes. Let me get this camera set, and I'll put some coats of sealer on some of these cars here. And who knows, maybe I'll break into a couple songs. Yeah, I was feeling pretty good the other day. My last video, I guess. Yeah, I definitely don't normally sing in such a way that it would be public. But I definitely sing a lot when I'm by myself. So it's kind of funny. But yeah, I just get a nice, I think this is my second coat of this on it, and then I'll go with some of the X22. X22 gives it a super nice gloss if you get it on right. Doesn't always happen, but sometimes there's some streaks in there, but it gives it a nice, super nice gloss. I don't like to put it straight over the decals, just because I don't want it to, wrinkle, corrupt the decals. I think this Pledge Floor Care solution does best straight on top of the decals, the water slide decals. So, yeah. And just doing a light coat. This is a second coat. Just doing a light coat. It only takes a spark to get a fire going, and soon all those around can warm up in its glowing. That's how it is with God's love. Once you've experienced it, you spread His love to everyone you want to pass it on. I wish for you, my friend, this happiness that I've found. You can depend on Him. It matters not where you're bound. I'll shout it from the mountaintop. I want my world to know the Lord of love has come to me. I want to pass it on. You know, it's funny, I remember that song from like Christian camp when I was a little kid. And I was singing that song before I became a Christian. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. I didn't quite understand the meaning behind it. Do now. Definitely do now. Okay. All right, so let's now I'll put this Dent Wizard car together, and then I'll put those decals on. When I think of all my faults and my failures, when I consider all the times I've let God down, I am humbled by the grace He has extended. I'm amazed at the mercy I have found. I could never earn His love on my own. Yet every time I come before His throne, I stand redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. I stand redeemed before the great I Am. When He looks at me, He sees the nail-scarred hands that bought my liberty. I stand redeemed. I stand redeemed. And even at my best, I am unworthy. For I have nothing precious I can give. This broken life is all that I have to offer, and yet it is a priceless gift to Him. This bitter mark of sin, it will never fade away, but I can come before Him unashamed, 'cause I stand redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. I stand redeemed before the great I Am. When He looks at me, He sees the nail-scarred hands that bought my liberty. I stand redeemed. I stand redeemed. Yeah, that was a song I heard sang in our church. It's a special, and it was one of those songs that I like immediately had to get the lyrics to it. I had never heard it before, and I was like, "That's an awesome song. That's a great song." And so I had to get the lyrics to it, and I had to learn them, and started singing it in the car myself. Probably the greatest, well, I've probably said this a lot, the greatest Bible verse, there's a lot of them, greatest verse that just floors me when I think about it is Romans 5:8. But God demonstrated His own love toward us in that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. And just tells us that we don't need to clean up our life before we come to God. God meets us in the depths of our sin, or in the heights of our sin. He meets us at the pinnacle of our rebellion, and He loves us. And He pours out His grace on us in spite of our putrid, wicked ways. He demonstrates His love to us, and you know, that's just amazing. Just amazing. I mean, who of us love somebody that's rude and mean and nasty? We hate those people, you know. We run from those people. But God runs to them with His love. And He ran to me with His love. I don't know if I've ever said this before, but I became a Christian on the night of a drinking party. If you can believe that. If you can believe that. I had been reading the Bible for myself, and even yet I went to a drinking party when I was younger, and God spoke to me at that party, and pulled me out of that crowd of many people, and said to me basically, this is not for you. I have something better for you. And like I said, I had been reading gospel tracts, and I had been reading the scriptures. And at that moment, I left the party, went outside. It's a cold Pennsylvania evening, January of 1988. And I asked Jesus Christ to be my Savior. And the joy just filled my soul that I now had direction in life. I now had become part of God's family. I was turning away from sin, turning to Him. And Yeah. The height of at the point of my rebellion, God spoke to me. And that's what he does. He takes wicked, sinful people. Yeah. Brings them into his family. And then you realize that everybody's wicked and sinful. You know, Romans also says, "For there is none righteous, no, not one. There is none that understandeth, there is none that seeketh after God." Yeah. So I'm being a little bit adventurous here by putting this piece on. I don't know exactly where the red is going to line up. I'm hoping the red from here and the blue all cover this back here, and it doesn't approach the Alex in this signature. We shall see. But yeah. And this, I was looking at the pictures of it earlier. This kind of sits over here. Not directly underneath here, but right like there. Okay. I probably could have put this piece in. I don't know if you can see this here. This is that piece that goes all the way around here. But I'll have to do that later. I'm not exactly 100% sure where this other piece is going to line up. I'm hoping it's very close to where that is on this side. But even still, I'll do that later. Yeah, so I'm going to have to pull this a little bit to the right. I think that's... a little bit more. This little trademark throws me off a little bit because I'm trying to get the V centered, but the trademark brings it over here just outside of the hood there. See that? And so the Valvoline doesn't look centered. But the V looks good. So, oh well. Okay. So I ordered some die casts from Plan B Sales. That's my new favorite place to get die casts. And it came in the mail yesterday. And I thought it was interesting. So I ordered a few of these Blaney 2020s. These are the this is the Kobe tribute car, Kobe Bryant. But I like these because there's a lot of Blaney cars that have white rims, and I like the white background when I go to do the yellow ones. But so I just took this out right before I started the video. I took this out of the box, okay, and I was just looking it over, and this is nice here. It's a little bit of a better quality car, it looks like, than what you get at, I don't say quality, but what you get at like the Walmart store, because it has this Ford logos here in the Cup Series, but the Ford logos are not blue, they're just black. Then you have the Blaney across the back, that's nice. It's black on the interior. The Walmart ones come gray. But look at this spoiler. I just took it out of the packaging, and can you see that spoiler? Look at that. It's chipped here, and it's chipped right in the center. I don't know. Maybe I'm just picky, or I'm too picky. But yeah. And then you can see. I don't know what this yellow line is here. Maybe that's supposed to be there. Yeah, I guess it is supposed to be there. Okay. But yeah, I just saw those chips there, and I don't know. If I'm after perfection, I kind of that really kind of bothers me. Then, I think the roof lines look good. I mean, everything else looks pretty good on the car. Things seem to line up pretty well. Looks like it's relatively centered, but yeah, that doesn't look too bad. No, all in all, that's pretty good, outside of the marks on the spoiler. And I can imagine that these probably got marked up when they were going, into the box. But if you don't have like a yellow marker, and you try to display this, it's going to, it just kind of takes away the niceness of the car. So other than that, yeah, that's a nice car. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm letting this Zombies car dry today, maybe later today if it's fully dry. Actually, it's feeling a little dry now. I'll put that together and get that moving forward. I've got this Dent Wizard Keselowski to do, with the white rims, and so that'll be interesting. Like I said before, I'm curious how this blue is going to line up here, and if I'm going to have gaps around the I'm going to have gaps around the headlight, and put these pieces in the side. I haven't done this paint scheme before, so doing it for the first time, we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully it'll line up nicely, but if it doesn't, I'll have to get my my navy blue out to pre-paint, because that's probably the best match to that color there. So hey guys, hope you have a blessed day. Enjoy your day today. Make it a great day. Be a blessing to someone else today. Talk to you soon. God bless.